Welcome back to Relearning Relationships. It's me, Christian, and guys, we're going to go through another monkey branching situation. So I got a very good email from a subscriber who shares in his situation in which the woman he was involved with cheated on him, monkey branched, and basically put him in a situation where he feels very stuck and he feels like he can't move on. So he wants my advice on how to get over this, and I figured I'd put it in a video because it's going to help a lot of you guys. Many men are in situations where a woman has monkey branched or cheated on them, and guys are left very heartbroken and they don't see it coming. The reason being is, guys, that lots of you get involved with women that aren't relationship material. Just because you date a woman doesn't mean she's looking for a relationship. There are some women out there that really have no interest, no intention, and they just hop from guy to guy because they can't pair bond and have their own issues. And guys are very shocked when a woman cheats on them. And then, they want to know, why does it happen? Well, let's get into his email. He says, "Hey Christian, I really enjoy your channel and your advice. I have a situation that may seem like a no-brainer, but I would really like your take on it in an episode of your show. 10 years ago, I ended a 15-year relationship and it ended badly and I was very shattered from it. While I was dealing with the pain of the breakup, I met someone that was younger and I didn't plan on taking her seriously because of her being young, and I thought that she'd eventually grow away from me at some point, because from 20 to 25 your views change. But after a while of being just friends with benefits, she pleaded with me that she would never do and could never do what my ex has done to me. She convinced me that she was special, and I never felt so close to someone as I did with her. She made me laugh more than anyone at a time when there wasn't much to laugh about. At the time, I was working in a manufacturing job that made me miserable and unhappy. So you're unhappy, so you, in your personal life, and I can kind of see from what he said that, you were with a woman for 15 years. That takes a long time to get over. Now, at the time, you were shattered. Obviously, as you said in the beginning, it's been 10 years since then, so you've obviously moved on now. But back then, you were in a very bad place. And after the failure of that relationship ending and meeting this new girl, you didn't want to be put in another situation where you lost the woman. So you were very fearful of, is she going to stay? Is she going to leave? Right? Is she going to go away from me? And like you said here, you were working a job you were very unhappy with, so you went on your purpose. So you made the woman your source of happiness. You fixated on the woman. You focused on it. You made her, you idealized her in your head. And anyway, he said, I felt she was changing, and as I predicted, and she became more distant, and a lot of her views on life had changed. Well, we were starting to argue more and disagree about more and more. Eventually, we got into an argument and she went home, and I didn't talk to her for almost 2 weeks. I sent her a text saying, come and pick up your stuff if this is the way it's going to be. She claimed this message made her mad, and after we talked and she seemed even more distant, I could sense detachment. So I felt there was someone else, so I asked her. She told me she went on another date with a guy that her friend set her up with in the 2 weeks that we didn't talk. And she claimed that she wasn't in the right mindset, but she said that she wasn't feeling it, so it was just a date. Yeah, that's what she's saying to you to justify herself cheating on you, to make herself feel better. So this is when the monkey branching starts. So you date this woman, which starts out as fuck buddies, which, if you look at it from that place, guys, she didn't come to you looking for a relationship. She wasn't really looking for commitment. She just wanted to have fun while she was looking around at her options and found a guy she really wanted. She was just telling you what you wanted to hear. Then you have an argument, which is her window to go off and cheat on you. Those 2 weeks, instead of her reaching out and talking to you, she has a trashy ass friend who kindly enough suggests she goes out and finds another guy. Is that a woman you want to be involved with? She's just showed you right there she doesn't value loyalty. She doesn't value dignity, because when things don't go her way, this is what she does. She finds a replacement. And then she justifies it to you by saying it was just a date, when you know there's more than that going on. So we try to work things out. Why? She cheated on you. See, you were in such scarcity because you were feeling so lonely and you were so unhappy in your life that you were scared to lose her. So even if she cheated on you, you still wanted her. That's why. So we decided to take some time apart, and the whole time she was just not happy, and I could tell. So she recommended that we take this time apart or take a break. I told her I'm not taking a break, rather together or not. So you wanted her, even though she cheated on you. So she lost more and more respect for you, which pushed her away more and more and more. So we ended up breaking up, and she moved to the border, to cross the border to Canada. So this didn't make sense because she claimed it was to see a friend or family relative, but I don't remember her ever talking about that relative. So obviously something fishy going on there. So after we spent a few days away from each other, she sent me a text message saying how she can't believe what she did, and she made the biggest mistake of her life, and that she missed me so much. And so she's just basically texting him to say sorry. So he's taking this as, wow, okay, I should reach out to her and ask her out again. Dude, she cheated on you. Even if she apologized, you will never be able to trust this woman ever again. So he said, okay, let's work it out. The next day I called her, and because, she sent me this heartfelt message. But when I called her, she had this very what do you want kind of attitude. So I was shocked and frustrated. Yeah, she basically sent you a message to move on, to say she's sorry. She wasn't reaching out to you to get back together with you. She was just saying sorry. So we tried to work things out, but she started to cancel and get-togethers more and more. And she started to really keep our phone call short and wanted to get off the phone with me ASAP. See, you were the one trying to work things out. She'd already lost respect. She'd already cheated on you. This ended the day she cheated on you. She'd already moved on, but she was still talking to you, just, okay, fine, he's not getting over me. I'll just give him what he wants. So she was kind of just going along with things while she was still doing something else on the side, because she was already over you. She was doing that to kind of like, so you would kind of stop chasing after her. But eventually that always runs out. So her interest slows down even more. She keeps the conversation shorter and shorter and gets off the call with you ASAP. So she pulls away even more. So eventually she called me and she said she feels different about everything and that she doesn't know who she is and what she wants. Translation, I don't want to be with you, and I 100% know that I don't want to be involved with this relationship anymore. That is what she's really saying. When women give these excuses like, I don't know what I want, I don't know the place I'm at in my life right now, she knows exactly what she wants. She just doesn't want to hurt your feelings and doesn't want to tell you that she just doesn't want to be with you. That's just the reality, okay? Women speak in a subtle, covert, indirect language to avoid hurting your feelings. She's hoping that you just read between the lines and figure it out. But yeah, that's why. So I knew it was coming. She wasn't happy, but I didn't think it would end. I wanted to marry this girl. Dude, if you married this girl, you would be in this relationship where, first of all, she'd never respect you. So she'd be running the relationship like you'd be her little servant, and she'd have all the power because she knows you're weak as a man, because you'd be willing to be with her after she cheated on you. So she'd just use you and she would just mistreat you. But this woman was never relationship material. She started out just as friends with benefits. She was just looking to have fun. But even if you married this girl, you'd never trust her ever again in your life, because next time you have a fight or an argument, you'd be wondering, is she talking to someone else? Has she gone on another date? Right? So even if you were with her, you were just fearful of losing her, because you made her your whole life, you had a fantasy on who she was, and you didn't want to get into another relationship. You didn't want to deal with the pain of going out there, dating someone else, and potentially losing someone else. You were so fixated on this woman. That's deep down why you wanted to marry her. You were just scared of losing her. So anyway, I really believe she would be back, or she would wake up and realize what she did was a mistake. Well, she already messaged you and said sorry. That was her goodbye message to you. She said to you, hey, I'm sorry I betrayed you and I miss you. She was just saying that to be nice to you, and that should have been it. So he says that anyway, he went no contact and got his career off the ground. So he did his own martial arts academy. So he's got his own business. He's focused on his purpose, and he's picked himself back up as a man. So he's in a good place, which is very good. Now, however, he said he contacted me about a year or so later, asking about a video game that she left at his place. So she's not asking to meet up. She's not asking to be with him. To be with him. She's just asking to say, hey, can I have the video game back? So he says to her, sure. I'm not sure if I have it, but I will look for it, and maybe we can meet up. So even then, after a year, you're still asking when she's reached out to see her. Dude, she cheated on you. She only wanted the video game. And anyway, I didn't hear back from her for a few days. Yeah, because she's thinking he's still going on. He's still chasing after me when I reach out. So she responded that she doesn't know if she'd be in town, but she will let me know when she is. Yeah, because you pushed her away again. And after that, there was obviously no more contact. So obviously after a few years, he said that he sent her a message just asking how she's doing. Dude, when a woman cheats on you and breaks up, you're done. You're gone. No contact means no more contact. 0. And in this case, you should be doing no contact to move on from her, not in hopes of getting her back. You see, you're still asking this woman again and again and again and again. So, asking her how she's doing without looking at her profile picture because you unfriended her when you broke up, as you should. Anyway, he ended up looking at her profile picture, and to his detriment, he finds out that the profile picture was her and her new husband from Canada. But not only is it a new husband, but it's the guy she monkey branched and cheated on him with. It made my chest instantly feel crushed, and I felt so much pain. Then I realized what a big mistake it was sending this message. She replied, and we exchanged some messages, and I said that I'm seeing that you have found the man of your dreams, and I wished her all the well. And she just said, thank you and enjoy your day. It's been 5 years since we broke up, and the fact that she married the monkey branch really kills me, and it still bothers me to this day. I don't know why I can't get over this, and I keep replaying it over in my mind. Well, we suffer enough when we don't accept reality for what it is. The reality is you had a 15-year-long relationship, which now, even though you've healed now, back then, it was taking some time to get over. And think of, from your perspective, right, you were with a woman for 15 years. That relationship ended. So you obviously don't want to get involved in another relationship and have it fail, because you already know what it's like to lose someone from 15 years of relationship. So your very next relationship, you wanted it to be the one that you had for life. And unfortunately, this woman wasn't relationship material. So you were holding on to an ideal in your head that this woman was right for you, you could marry her, you could be with her, because you don't want to go out there again and deal with the pain of potentially going out there, getting rejected, meeting someone new, dating. You went out straight to the dating world and found a woman that just wanted to have fun with you. And because of that fear of, what if this ends like my 15-year relationship? Because that was very painful and you didn't want to go through that again. So you didn't want to lose a woman ever again. That is why you can't get over it, because you never wanted to lose her. You wanted it to last forever. When the reality is sometimes some relationships just don't last forever. And anyway, so that's why you can't move on. You're stuck in the past thinking that somehow you can change this woman's mindset. When if you look at her values, she was never relationship material to begin with. It started out just friends with benefits. So just looking at it from that perspective, she was with you to have fun. So if she saw you as a potential boyfriend or husband or a man she really wanted, and she wanted you to respect her, she wouldn't be friends with benefits. She'd date you, she'd go on dates with you, she'd be courting you too. And it would evolve into a committed relationship where she would be the one asking for marriage. She would be the one asking to be more from you. But she only wanted just friends with benefits because that's all she saw in you. That's all she wanted. See, when a woman wants a man to value her sexuality, she doesn't do just friends with benefits. She doesn't do one night stands. She doesn't fuck around and sleep around. When a woman values her sexuality and she wants the man she's with to respect her as girlfriend or wife material, she treats her body as such, and she doesn't give it to him that easily and doesn't fuck around with him that easily. That's just a fact. So he says, I know I would never take her back and that is indeed over, but I feel like in my mind that I want revenge. Dude, you don't need to worry about revenge. Look, she betrayed you. Not only did she lie about, well, it was just a date, she goes and marries She F's off to Canada with the guy and marries the guy. But guess what? He's a sucker. Because her values, that's who she is. And I'm telling you right now, when things don't go well with this guy, the future seems in doubt in their relationship, they have a couple arguments, a couple fights, she's going to go line up a replacement and cheat behind his back until she finds a suitable replacement. And he will be in the same situation. And their relationship started from cheating because she was cheating on you with him. And then they go off and be in a relationship. So their relationship started off from a dishonest place. It came from cheating. It's probably going to end in cheating too. So if you want revenge, you don't need to worry. Like it says in the Bible, vengeance is of the Lord. He's going to handle it. He'll give her some karma. Okay? Don't you worry. It has nothing to do with her. She's a cheater. She was like this before she met you, when she was with you and after. And she will eventually end up cheating on this guy when things don't go away, because eventually relationships go through ups and downs. And when she has some downs with this guy, she's going to cheat on him. Eventually. Maybe not for a few years, but eventually it's going to happen. So if that makes you feel any more comfortable, just understand that's what happens to people that monkey brush and cheat, because that's just the way they are and what they do. And their behavior is just predictable. It's like the sun coming up and it's like the sun setting. You can spot it. So he says, I wanted her to know what kind of piece of crap she was for what she did. And a couple of years ago, she sent me another friend request on Facebook. She also liked my business page and even wished me a happy birthday and hoped I had a great year. I have dated other girls, but none of them stack up to her and the connection we had. So the reason why she's sending you a request is she kind of wants to keep you in the background to kind of know where you stand with her. To feed her ego, give her some attention, and just in case things don't go well with his husband, she has you for some backup attention. And the reality is, look at her actions. She's got a husband, the guy that she cheated on you with him. She's married, and then she's sending a request to you, a guy that she slept with and cheated on. So look at this woman for who she is. You're stuck in your head with this fantasy. That's why you're struggling to move on as well. You have this ideal that she's relationship material just because it's what you wanted. And he says, I've dated other girls, but none of them stack up to her and the connection we had. Dude, you didn't have a good connection with this woman. You had a fantasy, an idea in your head of who you thought she was. You thought she was wife material, but this woman wasn't looking for a relationship. This woman was looking to have fun and fuck around until she found another guy she liked, but she still cheated on you with him. And when things don't, this woman obviously has some issues where she can't pair bond, where she obviously struggles to, she struggles with loyalty. She obviously struggles with an ability to form a deep connection with a guy. Because when things don't go her way, loyalty means absolutely zero to her. Because, oh, he was just a date. She lied to you again and then goes and marries the guy who she said was just a date. Okay? Because the reality is, if she really felt bad for cheating on you, she would have cut that guy off and begged you back. That's what would have happened. And then that would have been up to you. But that's what would have happened. So he said, I just don't understand. It's purely cut and dry, and I just don't know why I can't let go. Well, like I've just explained in the video, you had a fantasy of who she was. You don't want to deal with the pain again of losing a woman after losing that 15-year relationship. You fixated on this woman because you were unhappy in your life. And clearly there's lots of things you don't understand about interacting with women, but you need to block this woman on everything. So she has no way of contacting you, of reaching out, because just seeing her stuff is going to bring back memories. Number 2, focus on your business and your career and your growth as a man. Work out, expand, be the best version of yourself. Number 3 is going to be focus on dating a woman that has good values, a woman that has a good family, a woman that has a good relationship with a father who raised her well. Because a good masculine father is going to raise a woman on how to carry herself, how to dress, right? How to interact with a man, to value her sexuality, to value loyalty, dignity. And she will learn how to trust men, how to have better communication, because she has a good relationship with her father. Date women that are able to pair bond, women that are able and are looking for a relationship. Okay, women that have the same values as you. You know, so cut this woman off everything and do the self-improvement and find a good quality woman that has the same values as you. So with that said, guys, that's the video for today. Give it a like, subscribe, comment down below what you'd like to see next. And as also, if you want to send me your personal email, you can. It's down in the description. If you would like to make a donation to the channel, or if you appreciate the value I do in these videos, you can also make the donation. The link is there. And I'll see you guys in the next one.